Hi, I'm Sam. I'm from the Young Voter Project and I've made some videos about some of the party's manifestos. I just wanted to explain here what I've tried to do. So a manifesto is just a set of promises made by a political party before an election. I've chosen to look at 5 of the manifestos, so the parties that are standing in the most areas in the UK, that's the Conservatives, Labour, Liberal Democrats, UKIP and the Green Party. That means that I have had to leave out some quite important parties. That's partly because of time, but also because I didn't feel I knew enough about some of the local issues in the UK to give a proper summary. So some important parties to think about are the SNP in Scotland, Plaid Cymru in Wales, also some of the parties in Northern Ireland. There are about 60 or 70 parties standing across the UK, so I couldn't do them all, but if you want to find out more, then I can try to help with that. What I have done is I've picked some areas which I think are going to be most useful for young people and young voters. So that's education, jobs and housing. Again, that is quite limited, but the manifestos are really quite long and at times fairly dry, if I'm honest. So if you want to find out more about other things which are important to you, then just reply or leave a comment and I'll try to help you with that. One thing that surprised me is the manifestos are more similar than I would have expected. They identify the same problems in society and even at times put forward the same ways of fixing those problems. The thing that is different is how much money they're willing to spend on fixing those problems and how far they want to go with those solutions. Another problem with just basing your decisions off a manifesto is that a manifesto is not something that is legally binding. There are quite a lot of famous examples of where parties have promised one thing in a manifesto and then they find that when they become the next government, it's too difficult to put it into action. So you need to think about also which parties might be best at putting their manifestos into action. I can't really tell you that, there's almost no way of knowing, so that's something for you to think about. Another thing to think about is what's happening in your local area. There could be some candidates who are campaigning on local issues or who have things which affect you more directly where you live. So that's another thing to think about. Anyway, that's what I've tried to do. Hope you find it helpful.